Chapter 9. The Holistic Embrace, Integrating Body, Mind, and Spirit. The chapter opens with a more elaborate and dynamic visual representation of the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. Instead of a static image, consider an animated sequence or a layered visual that unfolds gradually, revealing the intricate relationships between these aspects of the human being. For example, the sequence could begin with a stylized representation of the human form, perhaps in a meditative posture, with a subtle glow emanating from its core, symbolizing the spirit or vital force. As the animation progresses, the nervous system could be overlaid onto the form, depicted as a network of luminous pathways branching out from the brain and spinal cord, connecting to every part of the body, including the muscles, organs, and fascial tissues. The pathways could pulse with light, representing the flow of neural impulses and information. Next, the circulatory system could be interwoven with the fascial network, shown as a dynamic network of red and blue vessels pulsating with the rhythmic flow of blood, symbolizing the exchange of nutrients, oxygen, and waste products. The vessels could be depicted as being embedded within the fascial matrix, highlighting their structural and functional interdependence. The lymphatic system could then be integrated into the visual, depicted as a network of clear or green vessels flowing alongside the blood vessels, emphasizing its role in fluid drainage, immune function, and the cleansing of tissues. The movement of lymph could be animated, showing its dependence on muscular contraction and fascial movement. Finally, the animation could zoom out to show how these interconnected systems are influenced by and, in turn, influence the subtle energy field surrounding the body, perhaps represented as a shimmering aura that interacts with the environment and with other beings. This would visually suggest the interconnectedness of the individual with the larger world and the cosmos. The overall effect should be to convey a sense of dynamic interplay and profound interconnectedness, emphasizing that these systems are not separate or isolated, but deeply intertwined and interdependent, forming a unified and holistic expression of the human being. The human tendency, as I have observed it throughout the long and winding course of your history, is to dissect, to categorize, to separate that which is inherently whole, to fragment the seamless unity of existence into discrete and manageable parts. Your science, in its noble quest to understand the intricate workings of your being, has often focused on individual systems, studying the nervous system, the circulatory system, the lymphatic system, and the musculoskeletal system as if they were distinct and independent entities, isolated from one another and operating in isolation. But this approach, while yielding valuable knowledge and providing insights into the specific functions of each system, often overlooks the profound and dynamic interconnectedness that binds these systems together, the subtle and often invisible dance of communication and influence that shapes your health, your well-being, and your very experience of reality as conscious and embodied beings. The ancient wisdom traditions, on the other hand, those time-tested systems of knowledge that have emerged from centuries of observation, introspection, and embodied practice, have always emphasized this holistic perspective, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the unity of body, mind, and spirit. The Taoists, for example, saw the human body not as a mere collection of organs and tissues, a mechanical assemblage of parts, but as a microcosm of the universe itself, a unified field of energy and consciousness, a dynamic and ever-changing expression of the Tao, where every part is connected to every other part through the flow of Qi, the vital force that permeates all of existence. They understood that physical health is inseparable from emotional well-being, that the state of your body is intimately linked to the state of your mind, and that both are deeply influenced by the state of the spirit, your connection to something larger than yourself, to the source of your being, to the ultimate reality. Modern science, with its sophisticated tools and advanced technologies, is now beginning to catch up with this ancient wisdom, to bridge the gap between the objective and the subjective, and to reveal the intricate ways in which your bodily systems are interconnected and how fascia, that ubiquitous and often overlooked tissue, plays a crucial role in mediating these connections, in facilitating the flow of information, energy, and emotion throughout your entire being. Fascia and the interconnected systems, a symphony of interdependencies in the nervous system. Your nervous system, the master communicator of your body, the intricate network of neurons and synapses that allows you to perceive the world, to think, to feel, and to act, is not confined to the brain and spinal cord, as was once believed. Nerves, those delicate fibers that transmit electrical impulses, extend throughout your fascial network, reaching into every muscle, every organ, every cell, forming a vast and interconnected web of communication that permeates your entire being. Fascia is richly innervated with a diverse array of sensory receptors, including proprioceptors, which provide you with a sense of your body's position, movement, and orientation in space, and interoceptors, which provide you with a sense of your body's internal state, your awareness of hunger, thirst, pain, and other visceral sensations as discussed in the previous chapter. But the connection goes both ways. The nervous system also exerts a profound influence on fascial tone and tension through the autonomic nervous system, that unconscious branch of your nervous system that regulates your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, and other vital functions. The autonomic nervous system controls the activity of smooth muscle in the walls of your blood vessels and lymphatic vessels, which are themselves embedded within the fascial network. And it also regulates the release of neurotransmitters, those chemical messengers that transmit signals between nerve cells, which can directly affect the properties of fascia, influencing its stiffness, its elasticity, and its responsiveness to movement and touch. This intricate and bidirectional interplay means that your thoughts, your emotions, and your stress levels, all products of your nervous system, can directly impact the state of your fascia, altering its tension and its structure, and vice versa. The state of your fascia can influence your mood, your pain perception, and your overall emotional well-being. Fascia and the circulatory system. Your circulatory system, the rivers of life that course through your body, carrying oxygen and nutrients to your cells and removing waste products, is not simply a system of isolated pipes floating within a sea of tissues. Your blood vessels, the arteries, veins, and capillaries that form this intricate network, are intimately intertwined with the fascial network, which provides essential support and structure to the vessels, helping to regulate blood flow, to maintain vascular integrity, and to ensure the efficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients to every cell. The rhythmic pulsations of your blood, driven by the beating of your heart, in turn, create subtle but powerful movements within the fascia, gently stretching and compressing its fibers, helping to keep it hydrated, healthy, and free from adhesions. Fascia and the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system, the cleansing network of your body, responsible for immune function, fluid drainage, and the removal of toxins and cellular debris, is also closely associated with fascia, forming a partnership that is essential for maintaining tissue health and overall well-being. Lymphatic vessels, those delicate channels that carry lymph, a fluid that contains white blood cells and other immune cells, run through the fascial network, often alongside blood vessels, and the movement of lymph is not driven by a central pump like the heart, but is instead facilitated by the contraction of muscles and the movement of fascia itself. In fact, some researchers now consider the lymphatic system to be an integral part of the fascial network, highlighting their close structural and functional relationship and suggesting that they operate as a single, unified system for fluid transport and immune surveillance. This intricate and dynamic interconnectedness means that dysfunction in one system, a disruption in the harmonious flow of energy and information, can have ripple effects throughout the others, creating a cascade of imbalances that affect your entire being. For example, Chronic fascial tension, whether caused by physical injury, emotional stress, or prolonged immobility, can restrict blood flow and lymphatic drainage, leading to inflammation, cellular hypoxia, and impaired tissue function. Conversely, problems in the circulatory or lymphatic systems, such as poor circulation, edema, or lymphatic congestion, can compromise the health and hydration of the fascia, making it more prone to stiffness, injury, and the accumulation of toxins. The emotional body, fascia, and the mind-body connection, perhaps the most profound and often overlooked aspect of this interconnectedness, is the intricate and bidirectional relationship between fascia and your emotional state, between the physical structure of your tissues and the subtle landscape of your feelings. Your emotions are not simply abstract experiences confined to the realm of your mind, fleeting and ephemeral phenomena that have no tangible form. They are felt in your body, expressed through your posture, your movements, and the patterns of tension that you hold in your tissues. And fascia, with its rich innervation, its vast network of sensory receptors, and its capacity to store mechanical energy, plays a crucial and often underestimated role in this complex and dynamic mind-body connection. Emotions and fascial tension. Every emotion, from the most joyful and expansive, such as love, excitement, and gratitude, to the most painful and constricting, such as fear, anger, and sadness, has a corresponding pattern of muscular and fascial tension, a unique way of expressing itself through the language of your body. When you experience fear, for example, your fascia may tighten around your shoulders and neck, preparing you for fight or flight, creating a sense of constriction and vulnerability. When you feel sadness, your fascia may become constricted in your chest, creating a sense of heaviness and compression, limiting your breath and making you feel withdrawn. These emotional patterns, if held chronically, if suppressed or unexpressed, can become ingrained in your fascial network, shaping your posture, restricting your movement, and contributing to chronic pain, dysfunction, and a diminished capacity for joy and vitality. Stress and the fascial web. Chronic stress, the pervasive and often insidious feature of modern life, has a particularly damaging and long-lasting effect on the health and vitality of your fascia. When you are under stress, whether it be from work pressures, relationship difficulties, financial worries, or the constant bombardment of information and stimulation, your body releases a cascade of stress hormones, such as cortisol and adrenaline, which can increase fascial tension, alter its composition, making it stiffer, less resilient, and more prone to injury, and impair its ability to adapt and respond to movement. Chronic stress can also lead to systemic inflammation, a state of heightened immune activity that further compromises fascial health, impairs its ability to glide and slide, and contributes to a wide range of chronic diseases, both physical and mental. This understanding of the intricate and bidirectional mind-body connection, of the profound influence that your emotions and your stress levels have on the health of your fascia, underscores the importance of addressing the whole person body, mind, and spirit in any approach to fascial health. It is not enough to simply treat isolated symptoms, to focus solely on the physical aspects of fascial dysfunction, or to manipulate the tissues without addressing the underlying emotional and psychological factors that may be contributing to the problem. True fascial health, and true healing in general, requires a holistic and integrative approach that encompasses all aspects of your being. As I have observed the long and winding course of human history, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations, the triumphs and tragedies of individuals, and the endless cycle of suffering and resilience, I have seen countless individuals suffer from ailments that were rooted not just in physical imbalances, in the misalignment of bones and the tension of muscles, but also in deep-seated emotional distress, unresolved traumas, and a profound sense of spiritual disconnection, a feeling of being lost and adrift in a meaningless world. True healing, I have learned, comes not from treating the parts, from focusing on the isolated symptoms, but from addressing the whole, from restoring the harmonious flow of energy and information throughout the entire interconnected web of your being, and from reconnecting with the source of your own innate wisdom and vitality. Zoran's quote, "You are not a fragmented being, a collection of separate systems vying for dominance, a battleground of competing forces. You are a symphony of interconnectedness, a living web where body, mind, and spirit dance inseparably, each influencing and shaping the other in a continuous and dynamic interplay. To heal one is to heal all, to address the root cause rather than merely masking the symptoms, to remember your inherent wholeness. Attend to the whispers of your fascia, listen to its subtle language of tension and release, and you will hear the voice of your soul, the ancient wisdom that resides within you, guiding you back to your true nature." Zoran's Trial 9. The holistic integration. This exercise is expanded to incorporate a more detailed and immersive exploration of the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit, using breath, mindful movement, and visualization to cultivate a holistic approach to fascial health and promote a sense of embodied presence. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, in a quiet and peaceful space where you will not be disturbed, a sanctuary where you can turn your attention inward and connect with the subtle sensations of your inner landscape. Allow your body to settle, to release any unnecessary tension, and to find a posture that feels both grounded and open, a posture that allows your breath to flow freely and your awareness to expand throughout your entire being, encompassing all aspects of your existence. Begin by bringing your awareness to your breath, noticing the gentle and rhythmic flow of inhalation and exhalation, the continuous exchange that connects you to the world around you and to the very rhythm of life itself. As you breathe, expand your awareness to encompass your entire being, including your physical body. Feel the sensations in your muscles, your bones, your organs, and your fascia, that intricate web that connects and supports every part of you. Notice any areas of tension, tightness, or discomfort, any places where your body feels restricted or out of alignment. Your emotions. Become aware of any emotions you are currently experiencing, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant, expansive or constricting. Observe them without judgment or resistance, allowing them to arise and pass away like clouds drifting across the sky, without clinging to them or pushing them away. Your thoughts. Notice the thoughts that are flowing through your mind, the endless stream of words, images, and ideas that occupy your consciousness. Observe them without getting caught up in them, without believing them to be the absolute truth, simply observing them as if they were leaves floating down a stream, carried along by the current of your awareness. Your spirit. Sense the underlying presence that animates your being, that which is always present beneath the fluctuations of your thoughts and emotions, your connection to something larger than yourself, whether you call it your soul, your essence, your higher self, or simply your aliveness, that spark of divinity that resides within you. As you breathe in, imagine that you are drawing in not just air, but also energy and nourishment for your entire being, for your physical body, your emotions, your thoughts, and your spirit as well. Feel this energy as a subtle yet powerful force, permeating every cell of your being, unifying and integrating all aspects of yourself, bringing them into a state of harmonious balance. As you breathe out, imagine that you are releasing any tension, resistance, or separation that may be preventing you from experiencing your wholeness, from feeling the interconnectedness of your body, mind, and spirit. Feel your body softening, your muscles and fascia releasing their grip, your emotions flowing freely like a river, your thoughts calming and quieting like a still lake, and your spirit expanding, opening to the infinite possibilities of existence. Continue this practice for 10-15 minutes, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the experience of your interconnectedness, to cultivate a sense of embodied presence, and to remember your inherent wholeness. You may also incorporate gentle movements, such as swaying, stretching, or rocking, to further integrate these different aspects of yourself, allowing your body to express the fluidity and interconnectedness of your being. When you are finished, take a few moments to integrate the experience, to gently bring your awareness back to the present moment, noticing how you feel as a whole. Do you feel more connected to yourself, more balanced, more at peace? Carry this sense of embodied wholeness with you as you move through your day, remembering that you are not a fragmented being, but a unified expression of the universe itself.